You need to go, you need to be jumping on. That's like one of the first priorities. Stop, don't even do your 10 days. Don't even start that. If you know, go talk to them. Tell them what you need, what you're looking for. So owner, realtor, then property management company, small, large. Well, I'm going to start from the bottom first. The large ones, the reason why they're on the bottom is because most large property management companies, they don't have time to be trying to get to know you. Right? They're not trying to get to see who you are. You're just a number to them. Why? Because they got hundreds of people coming in all day long, filling out applications online. They can't do that. Just doesn't make sense. So you're just a number to them. You go through the black and white process. What's their application look like? What's their income look like? What's their credit score look like? How do they compare to all the other 50 people that we're looking at? Take the best one, boom, just funnel them right through. There is an exception. We'll get to that in a second. But the boutiques, the smaller ones, they're not doing that. Why? Because the smaller ones, many of those small property management companies, they're a lot of like the day-to-day, the dealing with the customer, the tenants, it's being managed by the person that actually owns the property management company. So like the reason, so they want to get to know you too. Why? Because they don't want you turning their life upside down. Because if you got issues, they're gonna have to be dealing with you. They're always on call, always on call. When they're out there barbecuing on Saturday, they're on call. It's nice and it's fun in the beginning, right? A lot of those boutiques, they're getting started. They're doing what they can to grind and build their little company so they can have some financial freedom. But it is not financial freedom. I'm gonna tell you that now. It ain't long to where it gets old real fast for those that don't understand how to really take it to the next level, and they're not in the center. So they're grinding, and they're doing what they got to do to feed their family. They got a nice little portfolio. They're making some money, right? So if you could identify those small boutiques, a lot of times they're going to be good. They're going to be okay. Now, I said I would get back to the exception with the large ones. Here's the exception with the large ones. If you know someone, if you might already be working with a property management company. Why? Because you may be in a condo or an apartment or a townhouse or something that in one of the complexes or areas, subdivisions that they manage. And so if that is the case, then you already have a relationship. And we have students all the time that come in and say, Jim, yeah, what do you think? Like I'm in this place. I've been here for 3 or 4 years. Like I have a great relationship. You know what I say? Why are you still on the phone talking to me? You need to be jumping on. That's like one of the first priorities. Stop. Don't even do your 10 days. Don't even start that. If you know, go talk to them. Tell them what you need, what you're looking for. Hey, Jennifer, just wanted to let you know that I just wanted to ask if you got any more places available because I need an extra space. I'm looking for an extra space and this is why. Boom, give them the script. Oh, really? Well, Terry, look, you've been great. I just, one thing I might have to have you do is just verify income. Other than that, But after they do that the first time, they won't have to do it ever again. Just verify your income again. That's it. Because I know you've been making your payments on time for the last 2-3 years you've been here. Never had a problem with you. You're a great tenant. Yeah, why not? Happens all the time. All the time. So that is the hierarchies. Now, how to deal with those guys? Like if you are dealing with, I'm not saying you shouldn't deal with property management companies at all, but when you're dealing with large ones, that becomes more of an issue unless you have an in. If you can identify the smaller ones, it's a lot better. And then also a lot of times with the larger ones, I'm not saying don't take this as gospel, please. But a lot of the larger ones, they also have some restrictions on modifying their leases. So maybe 50% of them, the large ones, like they're not gonna modify their lease and or sign an addendum. A lot of times if they agree to work with you, they'll say, oh, I'll send you an email and let you know it's okay, but I can't put it in writing it ain't gonna work. Don't do it. I've told a number of students, look, it's up to you. It's your decision. Ultimately, I'm just telling you, don't do it. And 90% of the ones that I say don't do it, they don't do it. And the other 10 that do it end up coming back saying, I wish I would have listened. A lot of times the question comes up, well, if I don't meet anyone, how am I going to build rapport? So before you go out, though, you just want to confirm that they got your template. And if they say, oh, yeah, no, I know what you're using it for, we're good. Okay, great. So you just want to verify that before you start going out looking at places. And then after that, you'll be having phone conversations, or they'll have you in the office, whatever. That's fine. And you'll still have that opportunity to build rapport. As long as they know what you're going for, the self-tours are just fine. They're okay. Just don't be running around doing self-tours if you didn't confirm that they know what you're going to be using the place for. And again, I don't, like, you got to use your common sense, but I mean, with the pandemic, there's been a lot of self-tours that happened. There was a lot going on before that, but even more so because it was now like forced. Like everybody was doing self-tours. But during that time, some people actually woke up and said, you know what? Why am I showing people? I can tell you, me personally, back in the day when I was showing vacancies for my stuff, like I try, even before automation was even like a thing, I was trying to automate as much as I possibly can, because that was one thing I just hated doing, showing up to show and say the same thing and over and show the same people. I would never show one person at a time. Like I just had fixed that where if everybody would show up at the same time, right? So and then I had it on voicemail where they got information about all the places before I even allowed them to, like, I wasn't telling like all this information. This is before the internet was even up, right? Before it was even a popular thing. So, and we were placing ads in the newspaper, right? So today, people got a little wiser, and they're like, they're doing the same thing. They're like, I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna run around for him and her and him and her. I'm gonna try and be as efficient as possible. Again, you have to use your common sense. But it's very common that people do that. So I'm not sure what your experiences have been. But I would just say, just communicate a little bit more. Ask the question, and like, you don't have to give, when you give certain information, you don't have to give all your initially to go see a place. You don't have to, in most cases. In some cases they want it if it's a property manager company, sometimes they do, but you don't have to give all your sensitive information, your birth, your social security number and all that stuff. before you see it. Like you could go out, see it, and then at that point, if they want more info, I mean, have some communication with them. If you're going to do your research, do it. And if something doesn't check out, ask the question. And then if they're, if they're asking, for money and all this other stuff, and they're talking real fast, then yeah. But, ask the question. I had a student one time, they were, Jim, like, it was a Friday night. They texted me. It was Friday night. They were texting me. I'm texting you because this place, like the place we were talking about earlier, like the guy sent me the lease, the application, not the lease, but the application. He wanted me to pay a deposit, and but it seemed kind of fishy because the amount that I saw was different than the amount that he told me was different than the amount that was posted. And so it doesn't sound right. And then when I look it up, he's not the owner. He says he's the property manager, but like, it just seems kind of fishy. And he said, what should I do? And I was like, well, if he says he's a property manager, what company is he with? Well, he says he's with this company, and I said, well, call the company and see if they know who he is. Right. And so she said, yeah, I tried to do that, but it's after hours, so they're closed. I'm like, okay, well, tell him that if you don't feel comfortable, it seems kind of fishy, tell him that you're going to have to wait until Monday to do this. And she goes, okay, that sounds. So in that case, what she did, she erred on the side of caution. Well, what happened on Monday was she did call the property management company, and they did verify that he was real and legit. However, during that weekend, she picked up another place, and which was even better, and she was good. So she erred on the side of caution. She didn't necessarily lose that place, but she had a good reason, to be concerned, right? But when she did her checks, everything checked out. So it was all good. But again, she ended up picking up a place over the weekend anyway, and didn't even have to, but she did it because she just wanted to know. She called because she still wanted to know. And she said, yeah, he's good. Yeah, he works here and blah, 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 blah. Right. And verified. And they were a reputable company. So use common sense, because, I've had students where, people have tried to play them too. But just communicate, right? Hey guys, it's Jim. I hope you're enjoying the series of videos that I'm putting out of my new student hosts. There's a couple that I put out before this, a couple that I'm putting out after as well. It's all real informative stuff to help you in your journey with Airbnb passive income. And if you do enjoy it, I'd ask you to do a couple things. One, if we're on air, if you're watching this on YouTube, like and share the video, and subscribe to the channel. And if you're not on YouTube, go ahead over to the channel and subscribe, like, and share the video if you want to be updated on all the new videos that are going to be coming up, as well as getting the other ones that will also help you along your journey of Airbnb, creating Airbnb passive income to be able to support the vision that God's given you for your life. And then also, I don't know if you know, but I also have a semi-private group where we're in there and we share a lot of things in the group. You're able to kind of see more of what my students are doing, and also what some of the other folks that are doing that are just trying to get started and getting some help without actually being a part of my academy. And so you can actually go over to that group. It's my Facebook group, and you'll find the link to that group in the description below. And if you're already in it, great. You're already in the group. You know what we're doing, and glad to have you. Now, the last thing is this. If you're already in the group, or if you're not in the group and you're not a student, and you like the information that the free information that I'm sharing, and you feel like maybe this would be a great fit for you as far as being able to, do Airbnb passive income without owning property, then schedule a one-on-one with me. I'd love to meet with you. As you know, I love helping people start and grow their $5,000 to $15,000 a month Airbnb passive income business without banks, without
experience and without owning property. And so, yeah, schedule an opportunity. I'd love to, as I said, I'd love to meet with you one-on-one, and we can see if it's a good fit. I can give you some more information, some background about the academy and how everything works. And if it is a great fit and I'm able to give you an invitation, because my academy is invitation only, but if I'm able to give you an invitation, then I'll give you an invitation, get you enrolled, and get you started today. And with that said, I want to thank you for watching, and I look forward to meeting with you and working with you in the very near future. God bless you.